Michelle, I just heard about you from your mom. You're going to be able to come today, right?
And so what? It's my family's house, so I can go there whenever I please. And I don't need your guys' permission to be able to live there for a while, right?
Well, if you're just coming over to say hi for a bit, then I won't say a thing. But for some reason, I think the reason you're coming is to get more money. Your mom's already been through enough at this point.
The one that has been going through enough has been me. Ever since you guys started living with my mom, nothing has been a problem for you all. And perhaps that's the reason that I haven't been getting any money from her.
Well, maybe it has to do something with the fact that you're old enough now to be supporting yourself. So please, stop coming over here and try to get some more money out of her. You've already gotten a lot from her, so you should be good now, right?
Huh? That has nothing to do with what's happening now, though. I'm getting close to having my debt paid off. And it's because of you two that my mom hasn't come around to giving me any money yet. If I'm not able to pay off my debts because you two getting in my way, what am I going to do?
You're in debt? Have you been borrowing money or something again? Weren't you able to pay off all of your debts last time with the help of your mom?
Well, I happen to take out even more money. You should have known that once you've paid off one debt, you're bound to make another. If I don't borrow money, I'll never be able to afford the things I love.
That isn't a good reason to be going that far into debt all the time, though. By taking out money all the time like that, you're creating more problems than if you could just live without everything you wanted to have. Are you not worried about how this affects everyone else?
You just keep going on and on, don't you? The money that I borrow has nothing to do with you, Jasmine. So stop talking to me like you're my mom or something.
Well, if it has nothing to do with me, then it shouldn't with your mom, right? So this time, pay it all yourself.
Huh? I'm the daughter of my mom. And when it comes to her daughter getting into debt, that also becomes her debt. Stop acting like it has nothing to do with her, would you? So stupid.
I don't think that's how it works, though. Even if you're related to each other as mother and daughter, you are old enough now where your problem should be handled by you.
Then why are you both taking care of my mom while she's gotten old? If her problems have nothing to do with others in the family, then she should be able to handle herself, right? Or can't she not do that anymore?
What's going on with you and what's going on with her are two different things. And when it comes to the care that your mom is receiving, she is paying for it all by herself. So just like the adult she is, she's making sure to handle her own problems with the tools she has.
What the heck? I never knew that she was paying for all of that. Well, if she has that much money to be throwing around, that means you and my brother are practically living there for free. That's disgusting of you guys.
Well, the only money that she's handing out right now is that of which is paying for her to be taken care of. Paying for the house nurse to come check on her, and paying for the travel to the hospital when she needs to go. But to make sure that she's financially okay, Toby is in charge of Mom's checkbook. When it comes to him and I, though, your mom doesn't give us anything. We make sure to pay for the house and everything ourselves.
You say that, but I'm sure you're just staying quiet and using her money secretly. You and Toby are some sneaky rats. You say you're living there for Mom's sake, but I know you're both just in it for the money.
You're very much wrong about that. Now stop trying to make either one of us look bad.
You both have it so easy. By living with her, you can just buy whatever you want without having to worry about money. I want some of that money as well.
But I told you it's not like that here.
Now would you stop acting like a child? Say whatever you want about yourselves, but I know that you're both lying. Well, if it's going to be like that, I wonder if Mom could just kick the can sooner rather than later for me. If that were to happen now, I'd be able to get whatever money comes out of her.
I don't care how vile of a person you are. You cannot say something like that about your own mom. If she heard you say that, she'd be beyond upset with you.
Well,
It's on her for not giving her cute daughter any more money. That must mean she's not fit to be my mother anymore. But if she doesn't want to give me anything, that's fine. But her death will be what she gets for doing this to me. For the time being, will you stop thinking about trying to take her money? Neither Toby or I nor your mom are in the mood to talk about things like that with you. So zip it. Alright, I'll try to do my best to keep quiet. Hey Jasmine, did you know about that? Know about what? What are you talking about right now? You know exactly what I'm asking about right now. Why am I not going to be getting any of my mom's inheritance? What the heck are you talking about, Michelle? I'm sorry, but I've heard nothing about your mom's will or anything like that. So what exactly do you mean by saying you're not going to get any of her inheritance? It's in her will. I was just in her room and I just found it. And written in it is her saying that all of her properties will be given to Toby. Hold on just a moment. When you say you were in your mom's room looking around, does that mean right now? I just told you that I found it, so of course I'm in here right now. But right now, Toby, your mom and I are all out of the house, and nobody's there, right? So you went in there without asking any of us? And what does it matter that I let myself in? Right now, we need to talk about the will. I want to know what the hell is going on here. It does matter that you let yourself in, though. No matter whether you think it's okay or not to walk into your parents' house, if they didn't say you could, then that is breaking and entering. Not only that, but you've rummaged through her room. Even if we're your family, there are limits to what you can do around us. Stop being such a little prick. I came to get some money and nobody was here. So I had no other choice at that point. So in other words, you're saying that you came to the house to get more of Mom's money? That's not acceptable. But I told you that it doesn't matter now. The problem right now is that I'm not written anywhere in her will. You're with my mom right now, aren't you? Where are all of you? We're at the hospital. Ever since this morning, your mom's health has gone far downhill. We've even tried to give you a few calls, right? You called me? I never remember seeing that. We've called you at least 4 times, but you never decided to pick up the phone or give us a call back, so we all went in without you. Right now, your mom is in a really bad shape, and we are starting to think that it's her time. Huh? But if that happens, I'll be in trouble. If she's planning on dying, have her take this will and fix it so that my name's in there too. I don't think this is the time to be asking for something like that from her. Right now, she's with Toby getting a few tests run on her. But we are all well aware that things could not end well for your mom. And that's why you need to tell that hag that before things get worse, she needs to fix this will. Where is the hospital you're at? I'm going to come there right away, so tell me. I don't feel like telling you. Huh? You're not even related to us by blood, so what do you think you're doing saying that? This is not the time to be keeping me away from my mom and brother. But if you come here, all you'll care about is the money and that will, right? Even though she's too weak right now to listen to you. If you start talking to her about all of that, she might just die because of you. I don't care about any of that. Now stop pestering me and tell me where that hospital is right now. If you don't let me get there before she passes away, what am I going to do? Understood. I'll tell you the location of the hospital, but you'd better come quick. But when you get here, I don't want you saying a word about wanting money and all that crap. Why are you trying to call me so much right now? Aren't you supposed to be pretty busy? Don't ask me that, like you don't already know why I'm calling now. I might want to ask you where you might have run off to. Right now, we are in the middle of a funeral and you're not here. I'm sorry. I had some things that I needed to attend to. And you're telling me that there are things you have to do more important than being at your mom's funeral? There should be nothing besides this funeral that you have to attend right now. Well, that depends on the person, right? Also, I never actually thought that my mom would kick the can that early. The fact that she was already dead by the time I got to the hospital was a real letdown. I was never able to get her to correct her will for me, so I have some things to take care of right now. I remember you talking about that. But at this point, that doesn't need to matter to you. All you need to be thinking about is your mom and her funeral, so hurry up and get back here. All the rest of your family and friends are waiting for you to come back. Nope, I'm not coming back. I have a lot of things to work on now and things like that. What are you even talking about? Hurry up and get back here right now. No, thank you. At first when you called me, I started to panic a bit, but it still seems that even after all this time, you haven't figured out what I'm up to. What do you mean I haven't figured out what you're up to yet? What is going on with you? I'm talking about Mom's checkbook and bank information, and both of those are in my hands right now. Huh? Her checkbook and bank information? You're talking about Mom's? That's right, Mom's. Hey, I told you back then what was written in her will, right? It said that all her properties will go to Toby. I do remember you saying that. But could this mean that by some chance, you're actually planning to pull all her money out by yourself? That's exactly what I'm planning on doing. And actually, I've already pulled all her money out. Everything in her bank account now is mine. Thank goodness I was able to get all of this out before her bank account was frozen. What the hell do you think you're doing? Do you not even understand what can happen to you for doing something like that? Nothing's going to happen to me, Jasmine. This is all happening within the family, so when you try and ask the police for help, they'll just say, we have to deal with it as a family business. And since I knew that she didn't have me in her will, I had to look into all of this more. Even if that could be the case, there is a line between doing good and doing bad, right? No matter how upset you are for not being in her will, what you've done is just a major crime. Yeah, I get that it's difficult to be on the short end of the stick. I understand how it's frustrating it must be to know that you won't be getting any of my mom's inheritance, but it's too late now to do anything. Stop acting like a frickin' idiot and give us all that money back right now. Right now, we're already having to deal with the loss of your mom at her funeral. Are you not frickin' embarrassed by what all you've done while the rest of the family is mourning? I just pulled out all her money, so I don't care if what I've done is embarrassing. And also, no matter what you all call me and say to me, it's too late. I'm going to make sure to use up all this money right now. And by the time you'll all find me, it'll once again be too late. You're going to use up all that money soon? How are you going to be able to do that in such a short time? Do you not understand how much debt I have right now? I'll put most of this money into paying all that off, and then the rest will go into buying all the things I've been wanting. And I even am making sure to buy things that I don't want now, but may want down in the future. But most of this, I've already prepared myself for, because I knew this day would be coming. So you can all say goodbye to all this money. That's not the problem. I'm saying that what you're doing is very wrong. Even if you can get to the police to come find me, I haven't committed any crimes by doing this. So nothing about what I've done so far is wrong. If you understand me now, you and all the rest of the family can go back watching the funeral and crying. I'll let you know when I've spent everything, okay? Bye-bye now. Hello, Jasmine. How are you doing? I just used up all my money, so I'm sure you're not doing too great. Michelle, you really had the nerve to never come back to your mom's funeral, huh? I'm sure your mom is really sad now. My mom is dead now. She can't feel sad for anything if she's no longer around, you idiot. You think too much about dead people. Maybe it's just because I had a deep relationship with your mom all these years, but she was never really my mom. However, for you, she was the woman that gave birth to you and raised you. Aren't you at least a bit sad that she's no longer around?
Yes. Oh, I'm so sad. Anyways, I have something else to tell you. I made sure to use every last penny of my mom's inheritance, and there's nothing left now to hand to you and Toby. Bad luck this time.
I can't believe it. What the hell did you even think of your mom?
Shut the hell up, you dog. What does it matter now?
She's already dead and 6 feet under, so we can stop worrying about her. But please tell me, has losing all this money that wasn't meant for you guys made your heart stop? I'm pretty sure you're pretty much dead inside as well now, right? Well, when it comes to her money, I don't care. But just to entertain you, you ended up using it all, huh? You're in for one hell of a time now, Michelle. You poor soul.
Huh?
Why are you trying to act all tough still? Have you gone off the deep end now that the money's all gone? No, we'll be getting our money. Wait, what are you even saying? Did I not just tell you that it's all used up? Are you actually so shocked by this that you can't even understand my English? Oh, I understood everything you told me, but the amount you ended up spending was the only amount that she had in that one bank account, correct? And that was all the money she had for me, right? There is no more money for her to give anymore. I get that there's her house and stuff left over, but in terms of money, she's all out, right? That money that you spent was the money she had saved for you. Your mom happened to have multiple bank accounts where she had kept money for different purposes. What are you even talking about? In her will, it said everything would go to Toby, right? So there was no reason for her to have money saved up for me. The will you found in her nightstand drawer was an old copy of her will. But when Toby found out that she wanted to give him everything, he turned her down. So your mom ended up making a new will, and then had that one taken away with the lawyer she had. Toby turned that down? Is that kid a freaking idiot or something as well? He thought that if he got everything from your guys' mom, then you might try and fight him over it. So Toby thought it would be better to give you some things. That's not what I expected, but... So you're saying that I didn't have to go through all of this for my part of her money? Well, that doesn't matter now because that money I spent is all gone. During the wedding, everyone was having a laugh about you. They were practically crying because of how amusing it was that you'd steal your own money. And now, because of that, you've brought a lot more trouble on yourself for no reason. Huh, what? I was going to get that money anyway, so what other trouble could I have made for myself? When it comes to the checkbook and bank information you took, those were supposed to be taken care of by Toby. And you ended up stealing those before the lawyer had legally granted you the money in your mom's account. But this is all has to do with business inside our family, so it doesn't really matter now, right? The police can't do a thing about this, right? Whether or not the police can do anything about you, there is still the court system. And even if you only spent the amount that was supposed to go to you, there is the problem of you stealing something that wasn't yours. Right now, Toby is telling me he'll sue you for that. Huh? Sue me? You have to be kidding me! If you would have just let things be, then none of this would have to happen. I really do feel sorry for you, Michelle. Consider this your apology to your mom, so make sure you pay everything you'll owe to Toby. After that, Toby took his sister to court. Then they fought her over for not just stealing the checkbook and bank information of his mom, but also for stealing all the money out of her mom's bank account before it had been legally been given to her. And after listening to the verdict, Michelle was forced to pay Toby a very large settlement that not only included the money for all the trouble she caused, but also having to pay back every penny she took out of the account. Of course, The amount of money she was supposed to receive from her mom was not that much, but when you throw in all the rest of the settlement, she is going to be left with one hell of a headache. And because of that large amount, my sister-in-law is still working on paying it all off. If she would have just behaved herself and let things go as planned, she would have gotten the money she had been so desperate to get. But because of her lack of humanity and greed, she set herself a trap of her own demise. With everything that's happened to her now, you could say she definitely got what she deserved. But as for me, I want to make sure that this was enough to get her too. Understand that everything she did to her mom was wrong, and that she's sorry for all of it. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.